Hey dudes, we're here today. I'm going to just have a quick look at the differences in Marksman rifles. The first one I really got when I first finished the Russian consulate on hard mode was this high-end classic Mark 44. It's got fairly hefty damage per round. I'm missing a couple of skills on it at the moment. When I actually first rolled this I had them all unlocked, but skills it's rolled is Determined, which killing a target reduces the skill cooldown by 8%. Toxic, which makes it so that I have a 1 in 8 chance of causing blind with a headshot. And Destructive, so that I do an extra 17% extra damage against armoured enemies. And now Mark 44 is pretty much a stereotypical bolt action sniper. In headshot you're looking at a fairly decent amount of damage. 99,000 for a regular, 140,000 for a critical headshot. To the body it's about 40,000. 57,000 with a crit for me. Obviously these are based on my stats. Now the classic M44 has a pretty mighty punch, even at long range. See that even on the long range target it's still hitting its full amount. The one problem with it is its reload. As you can see, if you reload when you haven't got a full clip, you will reload it one round at a time. Now, when you do use the entire clip, you reload with a strip mag. Only problem is, as you notice, is a couple of seconds after the reload is complete and when you're actually able to fire it. Now, after I finished using the M44, I used it for quite a long time. The one I eventually ended up replacing it with was this, the Police MK17. Now this is, much less damage, larger clip, slightly higher rate of fire. This one I got pretty lucky on the roll. I think it was the third one I rolled. So I got extra damage against armour, extra damage against elites and named, and a 13% chance to cause bleed. This was pretty much my gun for, taking on yellow named enemies and having a bit of a chance. Damage is notably smaller, 17,800 to the body with a standard shot, 25,000 with the crit, so it triggers 2,700 damage and bleed. Headshot you're looking at about 43,000 damage, 61,000 with the crit. I mean, it's got a larger clip, higher rate of fire, so you can just bang shots in. At medium range you'll get the headshots. Main problem with it is, unlike the M44, which takes quite a long time to reload, the speed at which you fire and reload this means you will go through ammo quite quickly. And onto the one I've just rolled today actually. This is the one I've actually got my mods on, which is the custom M44. So I'm just going to quickly strip this down and give you a look at what it's like on its own. It's pretty much like the standard M44. It's actually got slightly less damage per shot, as you can see. Same rate of fire, same clip size. Talents are slightly different as well, like increased critical chance when at full health. Competent, increased damage once I've used a skill. And Provident, which means I get 56% extra damage in the last round in my mag. Obviously. Do about 30,000 damage a body shot. The last one boosts it up to about 52,000. See if I can score a crit. Doesn't seem to want to. Oh, there we go. Oh no, that was a crit and the last round, so that was 74,000. And it's about 47,000 when it's just a regular one. So 117,000 critical headshot, 83,000 with a regular headshot, and 183,000 with the critical and the last round. Now, I stopped using the M44, the classic one, because it's very limited on mod options. It is pretty much just a sight and a muzzle. I think that's the ones I had on it when I was using it before. I mean, you'll get pretty consistent damage when you're using this weapon, as long as you're careful not to reload mid-clip. But you'll notice there's a delay in between when the reload is finished, the numbers come up, and then you're able to fire. It's a pretty good weapon for shooting at distance, mainly against AI. I wouldn't really recommend it for the Dark Zone. The MK17, I'll switch to that and I'll put the mods on I tend to use. Right, by the way, the mods I'm using, they're the exact same mods that I use on pretty much all the snipers I'm running at the moment. They're all level 31 mods that I've actually got the recipe for. Now, you can either go for stability or increased range. I've been going for the crit damage and stability over stability and optimal range. There we go. And like you see, it's increased mag size, slight more damage. The problem is that though you can pull the trigger quite a lot faster and you can do quite a lot of damage quite quickly, it does lose a hell of a lot of stability in order to maintain that damage per second. So you kind of have to slow down the rate of fire. And you get about 2 shots off for every one that you'd get taking your time with an M44. So you know it's not massively different. It can come in very handy if, like I say, you are taking out yellows point blank. Point blank, it's definitely advisable over an M44. Then we have the custom M44. I literally just bought this earlier on today at the Dark Zone vendor in Dark Zone Area 6, 168 Phoenix credits for the blueprint, and like I say, I got a pretty nice roll on this one. Once I put all the additions on that I've been using. Okay, so it balances out about 37,000 damage a shot, and that's a body shot. Obviously increased critical chance when at full health. And I mean, the competence skill is quite handy for me because I tend to run a lot of skills. It's also one of the moves you get on the Liberator, so I'm quite used to competent, and I do quite enjoy competent. So body shot, critical, 53,000 damage, 37,000 unusual. Headshot's 141 on crit, 99,800. Pretty much call it 100,000 to the head. $58,000 for a standard body shot with the last round in the mag. Like I say, it's got pretty consistent field of vision. It's pretty stable. 155 with a non-crit headshot with that last round in the mag. The advantage of this bolt action is that after every shot you get, you know, a little bit of time in order to set your aim back to where you want it to be. I mean, I've not really used this much yet, but so far what I'm seeing of it, it's quite handy. I mean, 82,000 damage for a body shot. Like I say, once we trigger the competent, you know, 41,000 for a body shot, 111,000, which is, you know, 12,000 damage increase for a headshot. Currently using the support station for it, so that just triggers the regular competent, which is now run out. And then obviously I also run booster shots, so once we trigger that, not only will you get the extra damage from having a skill active, but you'll get the extra damage from it being booster shot. So with booster shot and the critical last round, 250,000 damage a shot, which is quite nice. Like I say, it's one I'm going to be probably doing a couple of videos of. One of the first videos I did once I hit 30 was I ran the refugee camp on hard. I think I was rocking a really early model of the Liberator, really quite bought at the time, and my classic M44. So I'll probably at some point in the next couple of days run it again using my updated gear. I'll also go through a few of the other options I've got on weapons within the next couple of days. I'll probably pop them up here. If you like them, you know, just click on a like, and hope you guys enjoy the video.